Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the, I'm having a problem with my throat today, but welcome to the Cricket Happening Show, dear fans, friends, subscribers. I know my hair is not looking good, I know that, but unfortunately, a lot of, not much time. I know this is a passion for me of doing this Cricket Happening Show on a daily basis. So dear friends, subscribers, I hope you'll understand. Well, let me not waste any time. I'm just trying to regain my breath because I do have some throat problems, but cricket happenings is pretty dear to me. I keep doing it. Well, let's start off. So we are, as far as this Cricket Happening Show is concerned, well, we are looking at a match which is right now happening. But before I get into that match between India and West Indies, we are talking about the fourth one-day international between India and West Indies, which is currently underway at Dharamshala, where India posted a very big total of 330 for 6 of their 50 overs. And the good thing for India that happened was the Virat Kohli, after having a very dismal summer, especially against England. As we know, he was a total failure. And here he is, the pink-eyed boy, according to me, after Sachin Tendulkar of Indian cricket. Virat Kohli went on to make his 20th ODI century, and that was a wonderful knock. He was out for the last ball when he was run out, but India posted 330 for 6 thanks to Virat Kohli getting on to his 20th ODI century. And West Indies currently are really struggling, facing such a huge target. And the required run rate for them now is 11.62 per over from here on in. So they still have 15 overs, but the wickets to come. But I think that there is still one particular pair which is at the crease, which could really spell some damage, and that would be Andre Russell, not out on 13 of 8 balls with 3 fours. Marlon Samuels is looking pretty good. He has been his batting has been like sweet music to the ears of all the spectators there at the stadium. He is not out on 77 of 76 balls, 6 fours and 5 6, keeping the fight on. West Indies 182 for 6 after 37 overs, and they required to score at a clip of 11.46 in the next 13 overs to actually win the match. But also one thing that I would like to say here, that on the eve of this match, the news that is coming out, I have to say that this is the final ODI that India and West Indies are playing, even though it was a 4-match ODI series because of the cyclonic storm in Vizag. But as you know, there has been a dispute going on between the West Indies Players Association and the West Indies Cricket Board, and finally the matters have come to a head, and the West Indies tour will be ending after this match, and West Indies will be returning back to the West Indies, unfortunately, not completing this tour. And the good news for India is that Sri Lanka, after almost a gap of 5 years, will be setting their foot on India for a 5-match ODI series, which will be played in the month of November. And probably one does not know whether due to the reason that West Indies Cricket Board and the West Indies Players Association are at loggerheads with one another, was that the reason for this performance from West Indies, which stands at 182 for 6. And also I would like to say something here, dear friends, subscribers. Yesterday in my preview, if you would have listened to me, I definitely said that the ball will be doing the talking. I think I might have to eat my words here, because today what Dharamshala pitch showed was that there was a lot of bounce on the pitch, but I thought the West Indies bowlers actually wasted their deliveries by bowling a lot of short stuff that the Indians were readily dispatching to boundaries. The ball was having a nice carry, and the ball was also nicely coming onto the bat. So I said, I think I'll have to eat my words that the ball will do the talking. In fact, I just went on the premise that last time when England played the first ever match, the one-day international match at Dharamshala, I thought the ball definitely did the talking, with the English bowlers producing some prodigious swing. But I thought the West Indies with their pace attack could have done so, but I thought they wasted their deliveries. But the Indian bowlers have been doing a good job, and that's the reason they have West Indies at 183 for 6, even though it's a tall total. And I definitely told you, dear fans and subscribers, that there won't be much runs scored. But again, that is also something which was wrong on my part, and I've been proved wrong here with the Dharamshala producing lots of runs with Virat Kohli hitting his 20th ODI century. Well, so I'll be talking about that match, and also we are going to look at one more match which happened, and this is the tour match between Pakistan and Australia, and where two people have definitely I would say definitely set their sights on the first test match in Dubai. One is Haris Sohail, who went on to make an unbeaten 103 with 9 fours and 3 sixes, and Babar Azam also playing a wonderful knock, and in fact I'm told that he does not have a single ton in the Pakistan domestic cricket, and here he is, Babar Azam. What a feeling it would be. He was unbeaten on 114 with 9 fours and 3 sixes, and this partnership went on to great lengths to land Pakistan at 306 for 3 on the third day. Well, so let me not go into that. Let me get on to this particular match between West Indies and West Indies and India. As I said, it's the final one-day international because of the dispute, and West Indies was actually the a team which actually won the toss, and they decided to invite India to bat first. Well, India batted first, and India, what Ajinkya Rahane and Shikhar Dhawan did, probably realizing that this is going to be the final one-dayer, and that is the only chance for India to actually win the series, because it has been pruned down to 3 because West Indies are returning home. So what Ajinkya Rahane and Shikhar Dhawan did is that once they went on to the pitch in Dharamshala, they really decided to show their wide array of strokes, with Dhawan actually hooking the short stuff for boundaries, Ajinkya Rahane playing some very good strokes on both sides of the wicket, and both of them blossomed into a partnership of a very quick 70 coming in 11 overs, almost going at more than 6 runs per over. And finally the first wicket to go was that of Shikhar Dhawan, when he actually hit it into the deep of the bowling of Russell for 35 balls with 6 fours and 1 6. Ajinkya Rahane continued to play some wonderful strokes. I mean, he makes batting look very effortless at times, Ajinkya Rahane. He carries the ball through the gaps, even though the Dwayne Bravo, the West Indian captain, had a packed offside field for him, and he was telling his bowlers to actually bowl wide outside the off stump to Ajinkya Rahane. But Ajinkya Rahane was very equal to the task. He was a quick thinker, and what he did is he started playing the strokes by using his flick of the wrist. He was actually dispatching the ball through the onside area for boundaries. So such was his, I would say, such was his versatility, and such was his cleverness in playing the West Indies bowlers. So Ajinkya Rahane contributing 68 of 79 balls with 7 fours. Unfortunately, he was out LBW to Ben, which was a disputed decision, but he was gone. And after that, from 142 for 2, when Ajinkya Rahane departed, there was more fireworks to come in the form of Suresh Raina. Virat Kohli once again decided to take his time at the crease, which he did it very well. And once Suresh Raina came to the crease, there was a huge injection of runs as Suresh Raina started going aerial time and again by clattering 5 sixes and 3 fours in a knock of 71 of just 58 deliveries. Virat Kohli was keeping him admirable company by really pushing the bowlers onto the back foot there, by cracking them for boundaries. And also what one could see for the first time, one could see Virat Kohli in full vigor here. We were seeing the real Virat Kohli there, because his wrists were moving, his supple wrists were moving superbly, and he was it was good to see how he was using his wrist to maneuver the ball into the gaps, and the way he was actually flicking the ball to the boundary. And then once that was done, Virat Kohli and Suresh Raina were enjoying this partnership, which had actually had 138 runs and almost taken India to a real big score there, and they were still there unseparated till the 45th over. And then that was the first, and then the wicket of Raina fell when Raina was caught by Ramadhan of the bowling of Taylor for 71 of 58 balls, 3 fours and 5 sixes. Mahendra Singh Dhoni and Jadeja were out cheaply. Dhoni was run out for 6, and Jadeja was out to Holder for 2. That made the score 300 for 5, and Jadeja departed. But then Virat Kohli was there at the crease, and Virat Kohli then indulged in playing some beautiful strokes. In fact, some sixes that he hit was a real treat to watch. In fact, he deposited Jerome Taylor like as if he was depositing a spinner into the stands by actually using the feet. And one of the shots that really stood out, and according to me, would really take the cake today as far as the shot of the day was concerned, was a beautiful shot over the covers for six of the bowling of Jerome Taylor. And Jerome Taylor, who has bowled excellently in this one-day series, today looked absolutely listless by spraying the ball in all directions, and he was carted by Virat Kohli and Raina, and his figures reflected it. 9 overs, no maiden, 1 for 77. Ambati Rayudu hit one beautiful six of the bowling of Jason Holder. He was not out on 12 or 7 balls with 1-4, but the good thing for India was that Virat Kohli was there in the end till the final ball when he was run out for 127 of 114 balls, 13 fours and 3 sixes, and he also got his 20th ODI century. So India landed at a score of 330 for 6 of their 50 overs. Looking at the bowling, the West Indian bowling coming under the pump today, with Jerome Taylor being carted for 77 runs of 9 overs with 1 wicket to show to his name. Jason Holder, 9 overs, no maiden, 1 for 52. Andre Russell, 7 overs, no maiden, 1 for 48. Sulaiman Ben bowled 8 overs. I thought Sulaiman Ben was the best pick of the bowlers today. 8 overs, no maiden, 1 for 30. A picture of economy on a day when the bat was really ruling the ball there. Samuels, 10 overs, no maiden, none for 54. Bravo, 6 overs, cost him 51 runs, and Kieron Pollard, 1 over, cost him 12 runs. Now, one thing I would like to say, that the West Indies themselves were really guilty of some very short pitch bowling on this pitch. They didn't take advantage of the good bounce that was afforded at Dharamshala. They sprayed the ball. There were a lot of, the fielding was much left to be desired, with a lot of overthrows happenings, misfields, catches dropped, and I thought that was a shabby performance from West Indies. And one does not know whether it had anything to do with the players' disputes going on at the West Indies Cricket Board, because on the eve of the match, the news broke out that West Indies would be returning home after this one-day international series, and they are truncating. The Indian tour is truncated for the West Indies. As far as the West Indies were concerned, they had a huge target to chase of 331 runs to win at a clip of 6.60 runs per over, and West Indies' struggle started right early on when Umesh Yadav picked up the wicket of Dwayne Smith. Dwayne Smith was out for a blob as he tried to loft Yadav into the stands. Mohammad Shami picked up the catch in the deep. He was gone for naught. After that, Kieron Pollard, let me tell you, who was promoted to the batting order, came one drop, but really struggled. He was absolutely at sea to the bowling of Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, who was beating him repeatedly. He was living dangerously. He was dropped. It was pretty edgy. One did not know what. Pollard was really all at sea against the bowling, and then it was Bhuvaneshwar Kumar who produced a beautiful delivery to have Kieron Pollard play at the ball, and he was snapped up by Dhawan in the first slip for 6 of 31 balls. So that would really tell you the story as to how Kieron Pollard played. He contributed 6 runs after playing 31 deliveries, and that is something it's a real rare thing to happen for a player of the stature of Kieron Pollard. So he was gone for 6. After that, Marlon Samuels was there with Darren Bravo. Darren Bravo today, for the first time, contributed some useful runs, making 40 of 51 balls with 6 fours. Akshar Patel was bowling superbly. He was actually making his debut, and what a beautiful debut Akshar Patel had. His first maiden international wicket came in the form of Darren Bravo, as Darren Bravo was clean bowled by Akshar Patel for 40 or 51 balls with 6 fours. And then Dinesh Ramadan, of whom much would have been expected, but Marlon Samuels was there at the crease. He was playing in sedate fashion, holding the innings together for the West Indies. And then Dinesh Ramadan himself went to a shot which was not to be expected from him, as he tried to put Jadeja over the mid-wicket region, and Akshar Patel took the catch. He was gone for 9, and Dwayne Bravo was LBW when the Jadeja struck a double blow by dismissing him LBW for naught. And then Darren Sammy played a cameo of 16 of 21 balls, 2 fours, and Akshar Patel actually had him, cramped him from room, and Darren Sammy ended up in the hands of Akshar Patel, who took a neat overhead catch. He was gone for 16. Marlon Samuels was cracking. I mean, suddenly Marlon Samuels turned on a gear, and he had to do that because with lots of runs required, and Marlon Samuels really carted the bowling, and some of his strokes were really pleasant to watch. It was some nice movement of the feet as he came down the wicket to Akshar Patel and lofted him for a beautiful 6 over long on. And what was good about Marlon Samuels was hitting the ball straight, and he was hitting some pleasing sixes. And you know, Marlon Samuels is also another player who makes the batting look pretty effortless at times, and that's what he precisely did. He's right now there leading the hunt for West Indies to hunt down the total of 330 posted by India. He's not out on 79 of 82 balls, 6 fours and 5 6, and I think the big hope would be lying on Marlon Samuels. Andre Russell is doing his job perfectly here. He's not out on 35 of 16 doubles, 5 fours and 2 sixes, and this partnership has really yielded some very, very valuable runs. They have really upped the run rate a bit here, because they are going at the rate of 5.18 runs per over. I'll come back to the asking run rate. The bowling, so far they have another 10 overs still to go, and there's still a long way to go. But as long as Marlon Samuels is there at the crease, they definitely have hope, and they still have some batting to come in the form of Jason Holder and Suleiman Ben. The bowling figures: Bhuvneshwar Kumar on the money, 8 overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 19. Umesh Yadav, 6 overs for 15, also was a picture of economy. Mohammad Shami was the costliest today, unfortunately, 7 overs, 58 runs leaked out of his overs, and Marlon Samuels actually hit him very well. Virat Kohli bowled 1 over for 14. Akshar Patel on his international debut, one-day international debut, had some splendid bowling analysis of 10 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 26. Jadeja has bowled 8 overs, but he has been taken for 70 runs with Andre Russell and Samuels smashing into him. 8 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 70. So that's the match situation. Now, as I said, I will tell you I'll give you the latest update on this particular match before I leave the Cricket Happening show, and I will also briefly touch on the tour match between Pakistan A and Australia. So right now, as things stand here, I see that West Indies are 216 for 6 after 40.3 overs. The asking run rate is still 12 runs per over, so India is having it pretty much under control, and West Indies are requiring another 115 runs with 4 wickets remaining of the balanced 57 balls remaining in this match, if at all they want to. And as I'm talking to you, Umesh Yadav has disappeared into the pavilion here, as Andre Russell has hit his 4th 6 years. He has actually gone on to hit the roof of the pavilion. What a shot from Andre Russell. He's a dangerous bloke, let me tell you that. He scored tons of runs in the Caribbean Premier League this year, and he's showing us why with some real good moves here, as he put Umesh Yadav onto the roof of this Dharamshala stadium by hitting a 6. Well, so as I'm talking, the score has moved on by 6, 222 for 6. And as I'm going to just leave you on this Cricket Happening show, dear fans and subscribers, as I said, Pakistan A making 306 for 3 against Australia, with Haris Sohail going on to make an unbeaten 103 with 9 fours and 3 sixes. Babar Azam getting his first ever century in his international career, I would say, not out 114 with 9 fours and 3 sixes, and Pakistan sat at 306 for 3 of their 90 overs. Well, I can only say that Haris Sohail and Babar Azam have definitely made the selectors think about them for the first test in Dubai, because they played very well, they used their feet well to the spinners, they really showed that they are real test match material by playing in the right fashion, showing some very good technique, I thought. Well, dear fans and subscribers, with this West Indies score currently reading 222 for 6, and I see here the ball has disappeared, and they are actually calling for new balls now. So Andre Russell and Marlon Samuels, I think, would definitely be making the Indian bowlers think here. That's it from me, your host Ram, for the cricket show of today. Thanks for your company, and thanks for regularly watching Cricket Happenings. Your host Ram will be appearing for you on this Cricket Happening show once again, and that would be my regular Cricket Happening show, which will be a late night cricket show, or that on a Saturday. Until then, it's goodbye from host Ram Studios. Thank you.